This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the Gulf of Mexico as their backdrop, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Resort on Fort Myers Beach, here are the hosts of the dinkiest podcast in America, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good morning, everybody, and welcome to La Di Da here at Margaritaville. A beautiful day on the beach. And folks, the beach is hopping right now. I didn't know it till today, but there is a 30-team rugby tournament going on right now. And the teams are from all over the world. So she's telling me it's too loud. Is it too loud? People are sitting right in the front row and they're saying no, and you're sitting behind the speaker, and which you can't hear, and you're saying yes. So I don't know if you had a chance to watch the videos that I did this morning. I did a video with one of the teams playing rugby, and I mic'd them up like they do in the NFL. I gave them a wireless mic so you can hear them playing rugby out there. They do 7-minute halves. I learned all the rules to rugby today. Never played rugby before, and I never, ever want to play rugby in my life after seeing the way that they hit each other. It was brutal.
Well, and the way they have to zig and zag, your knees would pop
off. Oh, no
kidding.
No kidding.
You would be laying there writhing in pain.
And I saw the ladies were playing, and I don't know. It's just odd to me to watch
Don't go there.
Ladies tackle each other like that. And I said to the referee, I said, are you okay to pull the shirt? Like, can you pull the shirt? And she said, yeah. I said, well, can you pull hair? And she was like, well, yeah, you can. So I guess if you have long hair in the back, you can pull out it, and then you can say to the ref, well, I meant to pull her shirt, but her hair got in the way, so that's not a penalty. So do you know what the rules are to rugby?
Misogyny is going to run deep today.
Do you know how many points you get when you score correct? Do you know how many points you get when you score a rugby touchdown or whatever it's called? Is it called a touchdown? 5, right. And then you get an extra point, right? After that.
Guys, just do this, and then I can count.
Yeah, she didn't know that. So this is going to be going on today until 3:30, weather permitting, of course, but it's a beautiful day. Nice breeze on the beach today. And I also want to thank Peter Albert for the tour that he gave us of Carolina Street. He's building 4 houses on the canal on Carolina Street. And he says that when those houses are built when they're done, 25, 26, he's going to rent them for $25,000 a week. That's how much he thinks that we're never going to be able to stay in that house. I don't know. I mean, he's got 4 in a row that are like.
But they're multi-family homes.
Well, they're not multi-family homes. They're all vacation rentals.
No, I know, but you can fit more than one. You can fit a lot of people in there and spread that out.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be great. I mean, that'd be great for the economy if you're able to do that. So we got a long show today.
You're not going to say anything about the sand?
The sand?
Yeah.
It looks great.
It looks great. Yeah. And it's not too hot to play rugby on.
Yeah. I don't know if would you be able to play rugby on AstroTurf on top of sand? I don't know if we'll ask Mike Greenwell that tomorrow when he comes on the show at Wahoo Willie's. And our Sunday show is now at 10 o'clock because of the fact that we can't get out of the way of the music by the time they start. So that's going to be at Wahoo Willie's tomorrow if you're around. But we have a long show today. We have the family that their dog jumped off the boat between Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel. We have those folks coming on with the dog and with Captain Terry, who saved the dog. And we also have 3 beach school teachers coming on to talk about the school year. When does that start?
It started for teachers yesterday.
And so when do the kids go back to school?
The 12th.
The 12th. All right. But our first guest, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Connie Ramos. Is that it? All right. And she is with Calusa Waterkeeper.
It's not that hard of a name.
Sorry. I know she's got 3 names.
Williams is really hard to pronounce.
Connie Ramos. Come on in, Connie. A big round of applause for Connie, please. Please. You don't need to cheer for us, but you need to cheer for Connie. So, Connie, you've been in the community a long time, right? I mean, this isn't your first rodeo. You've done other things.
Yeah, I've been here since 98. I moved here from Miami, so I'm a native Floridian. Yay.
Yay.
Your dad's watching, by the way. So be on your best behavior.
Okay.
No curse words today. So what were you doing before you joined Calusa Waterkeeper?
Well, I launched Parent and Child magazine here
Okay.
in Southwest Florida back in '99.
Yeah.
And in 2007, I launched Conrick PR and Marketing, which is one of the most national digital marketing agencies in Southwest Florida. And retired about a year ago.
Yeah.
And Calusa Waterkeeper was one of our clients at the agency. And when they found out that I was retired, they started knocking on my door. We connected, and they knew my passion was water quality.
Yep.
I mean, we're all here in Southwest Florida because of the water, right?
Right.
So this was a perfect fit for
And
me.
the weather.
The weather and this water.
Yeah.
I mean, water's life. Without this, recreationally, our substance, our marine life, everything wouldn't exist. So.
Who's the
How-
water keeper before? Like we had him on at Peach
John
Time Out.
Cassani.
Oh, okay.
John
Man, you got a
Cassani,
good
John
memory.
Cassani.
What is John went and took another job somewhere, right? In Naples or
He's
something?
still like on your.
John is still very
Yeah.
involved. He's our water keeper emeritus.
Oh, I see.
And he is phenomenal. He was the first water keeper to join Calusa Waterkeeper. Now we have Captain Cody Pierce,
Yep.
who trained under John Cassani. John Cassani is still very involved as an advisor with our organization, and very much, speaking on behalf of clean water all over.
How did it become? Can you tell people a little bit about what the water keepers? Because it's a bigger group than just Calusa.
Absolutely. Calusa Waterkeeper, first of all, we've been here for 30 years in Southwest Florida, but branding and marketing has never been our thing. Our thing has been being out on the water, boots on the ground, fins in the water, to protect our water quality here in Southwest Florida. But we are one water keeper of 15 in the state of Florida, and we are one of over 300 here in the world. Worldwide, there's over 300 water keepers.
What is the main function of the group?
The main function of the group is to protect and restore clean water, to restore drinkable, fishable, swimmable water all throughout the world.
And so how do you do that? What are the strategies that you guys have in place to advance that?
Every one of the water keepers focuses on a little something different.
Okay.
But here in Southwest Florida, the main thing that we do, and we've been doing for decades now, we have about 300 strong water rangers out in our area. We have about 1,000 square miles of water that we protect here in Southwest Florida. And those 300 volunteers and rangers here go out and do water testing at more than 30 locations throughout Southwest Florida. Every month we do the water testing. We check to see how much fecal indicator bacteria pollution is in that water. And it's a dirty job.
No, I'm
Somebody's
not.
gotta
I'm not
do it,
laughing at
right?
what you said. I'm laughing at the comments. Somebody wants to know if you have a shorts on or a skirt on, whatever that is. Skirt or a skirt? What is
I
a
have
skirt? What is
I
a
don't
skirt?
know how important that is, but I have shorts on today. I decided to switch it up. Obviously, someone does.
It's Denise. Denise, keep your eyes up higher. All right. What are you doing watching? What is a skirt?
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, that's so
It's
distracting.
good
Yeah.
that you have a popular
So,
short skirt.
yeah, especially following your fecal indicator talk.
So how?
So,
do
but
you, how
you're not testing for poop. You're testing for the bacteria.
It is bacteria.
Yeah.
But it is, part of that bacteria that's in the water is
any other
from
questions?
sewage
Feel free to
and
type
poop.
them in there.
It is. It is. So.
And so that information is then on your website, is on the
Yes,
website.
It's on our social media platforms and our website. We also are sending it to
Why did you decide to wear the
city.
glasses?
Well, these
They're
are
prescription.
prescription.
Oh, I see.
yes.
Well, you asked me beforehand whether
I
you should wear the
know, I can
glasses or
take
not. I
them
didn't know they
off.
were
I can take
prescription.
them off. There we
No,
go.
it's fine.
Hers
You just-
on, so I wanted to look as
Yeah.
cool as her,
There we
but I
go.
know
There we
it's
go.
distracting for you because it's
It's
hard.
distracting
but you
for
can't
me.
See.
Yeah.
Well, no one really cares what you think.
So, where do you guys get your funding from? All fundraising?
We
What?
do a lot of fundraising in Southwest Florida. It's through grants and individual donors, and we have a strong membership base too. For just $50 a month, or $50 a year rather, individuals can be. I
$50
know
a month.
$50. We do have many that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
on
yeah,
an
yeah.
annual, and they
Yeah.
do pay 50 or 100 or more a month. But for $50 a year, you can join as a member to Calusa Waterkeeper, and that membership, you're on our email newsletter list. You're the first to get to know what that water quality is like in our area. You're also invited to many of the events that we do. We have vertical oyster garden workshops that we do throughout the area, ranger training. We do
You should go
survey
to the
on
ranger
seagrass.
training.
You should,
Yeah.
actually.
No, not me, her.
It's on
You both should.
Saturdays though.
So we could take it show off.
I know
You both
it's a
should.
lot of
So
Saturdays.
just so you know, Denise, if
one
you're
Saturday a
wondering,
month.
these are
Is
regular shorts, not a skirt or anything. These are regular shorts, and I just got them, by the way, brand new shorts to match my shirt.
So you were saying that the information that you collect goes on your website, and you also report it to the state because he kind of cut you off.
We report it to the city of Fort Myers,
Okay.
or whichever municipality. When we detect high numbers in certain areas, we have authorities that we report that to. Florida Department of Environmental Protection, some of our local cities.
What about the
Um,
Department of Health? Not them?
Department of Health, we
Okay.
are in communication with as well. It depends what the situation is, how high the numbers are, what we're finding in the water.
Do you know if the numbers are high? Do they then post a
Alert?
warning? And yeah.
They should be posting a warning, and most of the time they do, but there are times our local municipalities and don't want to post signs out there, not to alarm people. So that's one of the things we advocate for is better regulations to make sure that they are letting the public know. And we certainly do the best we can as an organization to let the public know through our outreach when the water is not safe to swim in or wade in or fish and eat that fish.
Right.
Or
So it's not
certainly drink in.
mandatory?
It's not mandatory. In fact, there was some laws. Those laws have been taken down. So we
Yes,
definitely.
that was recent.
Yes, it got
Yes.
vetoed, as a matter of fact. But
Can I ask a question
we
now?
don't give up, though. We don't give up, though. We're constantly fighting for better policy and better regulation
Yeah.
because public health is the most important thing to us.
So how do you work with Captains for Clean Water? And
We
I mean,
love
there's
them.
so many
We love
SCCF,
them,
there's so
yeah.
many groups
Yeah.
trying to clean the water.
Yes, the groups, SCCF, Captains, there's so many, the Conservancy, all of us focus on clean water and environmental issues, but we each have our area of focus and do well collaborating and partnering with each other in the community. So
And
Now, do you do any monitoring of algal blooms or blue-green algae, red tide, any of that? Or do you divide that up amongst the groups? Because I know
it's
different
just
groups
fecal
have
matter.
different.
we definitely not just fecal matter, it's what we measure and monitor,
Mhm.
but we do alert the community to blue-green algae and red tide and all the things that are out there. And of course, there's things we can't control, like the environment and Mother Nature.
Right.
But
right.
there's a lot of things we can control, what we can do individually to help keep that pollution down. So we're constantly advocating and helping people understand how they can take a big role in that.
And
Why
you
don't
have,
you share some of those things people can do?
you
Absolutely.
keep interrupting me. I don't get anything in. I'm asking all the
Somebody's
questions of the
going to
teachers.
guess, who was it last week? Somebody's going to type in for me to stop interrupting
There
him.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. No,
I see nobody's asked if he's wearing shorts or what he's wearing,
yes,
right?
I let them know anyway.
So go ahead, tell people
All right.
what they can do.
Well, August is National Water Quality Awareness Month. So this month for Calusa Waterkeeper, we are out there in force at more than 6 or 7 locations all month long, hosting events. Because we want to help advocate and help people know what they can do for water quality awareness. Today, starting at noon, all the way to close at Millennial Brewing. Calusa Waterkeeper will be out there. They're also hosting a pizza and wing festival. There'll be games. We are giving away a 2-night stay at Margaritaville. So-
Where's Millennial, so people know,
Yeah.
where's Millennial
Yes.
Brewing?
Millennial Brewing is downtown Fort Myers, right in the heart of downtown. It's a
It's by
beautiful
the
brewery.
Darth Vader building. Is it near that?
Not that
I don't know
close.
if it
I
is
think
or
it is.
not. That's a
It's
good
within
question.
walking distance, but it's
Yeah.
not right next. So
That's a good question.
we actually did several shows there
Not
back in
several.
100 years
We
ago.
did a
Oh, did
couple.
you?
Yeah, very nice people.
Yeah.
Millennial
Yeah.
Brewing is wonderful. Kyle Siebel, who's the owner, he does a lot for our community and does a lot of outreach events. But a portion of the proceeds, of all their proceeds today, 10% will go back to Calusa Waterkeeper,
Sweet.
helping us with our mission to protect and restore the waterways here. We will then be next weekend at Coastal Days. We'll be at 8 Foot Brewing down in Cape Coral. Then we'll be at Fort Myers Brewing.
That's in Gateway.
Gateway, yes, one of our favorite. These are all some of the top
You can't
breweries
have a
here in
favorite.
town. No, I love them all.
Mhm.
Love them all equally. And then Point Ebell will also be at, which is here in South Fort Myers. But it all culminates
Here we go.
on August 31st. We
For-
will back here on the beach, right across the street from here at Margaritaville, License to Chill. That's August 31st from about noon to close. And again, fun, games, food, drinks, a little bit of everything.
Do you know what August 31st is?
Yes.
It's Jimmy Buffett Day.
Jimmy Buffett Giving Day.
Yes, Giving Day. I didn't know there was
Yes.
Giving Day, and it was
It's-
Jimmy. They added
it's
that
the
in there without
annual
telling
Jimmy,
me.
Jimmy Buffett Giving Day is that same weekend as well, and we're thrilled and honored that Margaritaville has chosen Calusa Waterkeeper and a couple other local nonprofits to support for that weekend, part of Jimmy Buffett Giving Day.
Yeah.
So come on out for Labor Day weekend.
It was
right
one of the
here.
saddest days of my life when he passed
Oh,
away. It
man,
was
mine
very.
too.
I yelled at her. She was asleep. I went running in the bedroom. I said, "Jimmy Buffett passed away." It
It's,
was
And he
sad.
has not stopped
No.
mourning.
I say it every
so-
weekend when the
Yeah.
concert plays. I say, "I can't believe Jimmy Buffett died." And,
it's hard to think that he's not here with us. You know?
So somebody wants you to put the website out there. So
Okay. The
What's the
website
website?
is calusawaterkeeper.org. And if you go online to calusawaterkeeper.org, you will see the full agenda and calendar of all of our TAPS Flow for H2O events scheduled for this month of August. And we hope you join us.
And that's a good place for people to go to see before they go out in the water. But it's updated monthly.
Well, our website is updated every month, so is our social media. And if they reach out to us on the website or info@calusawaterkeeper.org, they can report something if they're seeing something in the water too. People in the community, if you see something, say something.
not a dog though. They shouldn't call you if they see a dog. They should call the Coast Guard.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If they see something in the water that
Gotcha.
is blue-green algae, if they smell something that's not right, trash in the water, you can let us know and we will report that to the authorities or
Dead
send
fish.
Sweet.
our troops out there.
And if somebody can type the website address in the chat box, that'd be great. And we know you have to run to another event
I
at
do.
Millennial Brewing. So we
Millennial
kinda,
Brewing at noon today. I
Yes.
hope to see you all
Oh,
out
boy,
there.
yeah, you.
all right.
I know.
All
Big
right.
hand for Connie, everybody. Calusa Waterkeeper.
Thanks for having us on today.
Thank you so much.
everybody.
And we wanted to have somebody from Margaritaville on as well to talk about that, but the person that's kind of running that event is out of town this weekend. So thank you to Connie, and we will see you soon, maybe August 31st. Yeah, we'll be here for Jimmy Buffett Day, Jimmy Buffett Giving Day. All right, dear, we're going to read a little bit about Michael Stewart while you lasso the teachers. We heard the loudest teacher of all here. You can always hear her in the background there. Michael Stewart, everybody. Michael Stewart sponsored our walk around this morning. Michael Stewart's residential services range from new custom homes directly on the Gulf Bay or the Finger Streets. He starts with the survey and the client's hand-drawn sketches, and then he generates all the documents for your permit. Now you know what Michael Stewart does and why you should call him. Most of what they're doing right now is residential as a result of the storm that has damaged everything. He's an expert in the Florida Building Code and FEMA, that four-letter word that we all hate. But Michael knows all about it, so give Michael Stewart a call right now. He's sitting out in his car in the parking lot waiting for you to call 239-292-7670, 239-292-7670. All right, let's get these school teachers on here so we can, how many we have? We have 3? All right, just line them up here. Our school teachers are Sarah Rockwell and Joy Rockwell, the world-famous mother and daughter teacher team. Jenny Fraley is also with us.
Yes.
So come on, have a seat. What? Let me turn that down a little. All right, so you guys are raising funds for the upcoming school year. Not really funds, but you're kind of raising supplies. So let's tell everybody who you are and what you're teaching and
Okay,
let it rip.
so I'm Joy Rockwell. I've been at the beach. This is my 30th year.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I've taught 2nd through 5th. This year I'm teaching 3rd. And
How are you so ambidextrous like that? Like you can just switch from grade to grade.
you do what you're asked to do.
Yeah. So how big of a difference is there from 5th grade to 3rd grade?
There's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Are you allowed, the kids allowed to have phones in the school, in the B school? You make them check it at the door.
Our
'Cause the phones are
kids-
ruining these
Sorry.
kids, don't you think?
Our kids do have phones, but they're really, really good about keeping them turned off and
Yeah.
in their backpacks. And once in a while, a phone will go off, and they're like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry,"
Yeah.
and they'll make sure they turn them off.
So I got to tell you a
Right.
quick story before I forget, because I'm going to be 60 and I forget everything. So I was up having breakfast. Have you ever had breakfast here? At
No,
License
I
to
haven't.
Chill? Oh, I had an egg white omelet with bacon in it, and it was yummy.
It was
No, and Nicole was waiting on us, and she just moved from Minnesota, and she's living off the island, but her daughter is going to the beach school. And that's something that we've just started to promote,
yes.
that if you work somewhere on the island, you can now bring your kids to the
kids,
school.
yep.
We need more kids. We need more kids generally in the United States, but more so here at the beach schools. So
Yes.
I didn't mean to sidebar you there, but
no,
so you
no
were
problem.
you were telling us about how rough it is with third graders.
It's rough for third graders. It's rough. The kids are great here, and again this year we're first in the county.
I saw that.
And yeah, we're an A school, and we work hard, and yeah, it's a great school to work at, obviously, because I've been there 30 years. And,
30 years.
Yeah.
You're
And-
never going to retire, are you?
No. So I'm actually supposed to retire this year, but I'm going to stay longer.
How long
I
do you think you'll stay?
So maybe 2 more years.
Yeah. What grade are you going
Yeah.
to teach next year? You just flip
Hopefully
a
third.
coin?
I don't want to keep
Third grade.
changing. I don't want to keep
How
changing.
many kids you have in your class?
I think there's 12.
12 kids.
Yes.
All right.
So, and then during the year, the reason I came to the beach originally was so that my daughter could go to the school. And this is my daughter, Sarah.
Sarah?
And she was in my classroom for half the day in 4th grade.
Sarah, is your mic on? Yes.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
And
I'm
she
new
was,
at this.
she was in my classroom all day long in 5th grade. So she refused to call me Miss Rockwell.
Yes.
So all the children just called me Mom.
Interesting. Now, what grade do you teach?
I am coming in to do, I'm technically the 5th grade teacher, but Miss Fraley and I are splitting, and I'm doing math and science for 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah. Math and science.
Mhm.
It's probably not the same math and science when I was growing up, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, they changed a lot.
So, how is it like with you guys working together? Do you drive to school together?
No.
No, she leaves early and I stay late.
Yeah.
So that would never work.
Yeah. So, you said you're both teaching 5th? So everybody's teaching 5th grade here?
I'm going to be teaching 5th grade, the reading and the social studies and writing
I
skills.
see.
And
So why
fourth and
can't you
fifth.
teach every subject? I mean, you
I
gotta.
do teach every subject in 3rd.
Oh,
yeah.
3rd grade. I'm
They've
totally
just decided to
confused
split
yet.
4th and 5th.
People can go. Where can people go? I know it's on my website to check out the Amazon list, or tell people some of the things that you're needing.
Well, one of the things is when the school was rebuilt,
Yeah,
they
Everything
didn't
was lost
put
in the storm.
everything. Well, I had 41 years worth of stuff
Oh
lost.
no way!
Yeah. So, but our classrooms don't have enough cupboards and they don't have enough shelves. So that's one of the things that we have on our list. But those are like big items.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's the things that are used up every year that we put on our.
Like what? What do you use up? Number 2 pencils?
No, I have so many pencils.
I have a thing with number 2 pencils.
Um,
do you have to take all the tests with a number 2 pencil still, or
no, tests are taken online.
they're taking it online? You
Yeah.
don't even the kids don't even use pens or pencils anymore.
Yeah, they do. I
Yeah.
prefer mechanical pencils because I hate to hear the sharpener.
What, a mechanical pencil? You mean the one
Yeah.
where you hit the top and the
Yeah,
lead
I don't
comes
care
out?
about that, but I hate to hear pencils being sharpened.
Interesting.
And the people that have had me know that. It just, I hate that sound.
But you're allowed to use a number 2
Oh,
pencil.
yes,
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Why, when I was growing up, that you had to use a number 2 pencil to fill in those holes? Why was that? Like the machines, if I had a number
Yes.
3 pencil, the machines wouldn't read it?
They couldn't read it because they were the little circles that went through a machine. I remember this. I used them. And they couldn't read it unless it was a certain darkness.
Isn't that crazy the way
Yeah.
things are now?
Yeah.
Is there such thing as a number 3 pencil?
I don't know.
I see. There's only
Everything-
I only had a number 2
Yeah,
pencil.
the number 2 pencil. Yeah.
So you need cupboards and what else?
Shelving.
Shelving. I can't believe you don't have all that yet. How do we get all that taken care of?
You can go on the Amazon list
Yeah.
and you can buy them for us.
Yeah. Well, so
That would
it's
be
on
great.
our page. If you go to our page, all the teachers are listed with a link. So does everybody need the cupboards and the shelves?
Yes, we all do.
I Miss Fraley and I, Jenny and I really do.
Yeah.
There is one cupboard in my classroom, and I'm coming from another school where I was at for 11 years, and I have 11 years worth of stuff
Wow.
and nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
So, and then same for her, the teacher who was in her room last year brought in the furniture and then took the furniture when she moved to another school. So she doesn't have much shelving either.
So we need shelves.
Yeah.
And brackets too, and
No,
No.
we're looking at bookcases.
Bookcases,
Oh, I see.
That we've
yeah.
got online to be able to
yeah.
order.
So if you're watching, you can go on thank you, Greg. Greg Skasny put the link up there. I appreciate that. You can go on there
Mike's
and see all the different things. Now, do you all need, other than the shelves and the bookcases, do you need different things? Are you playing are you participating in the show today? You're just walking around talking to people. I mean, what the hell?
There's other things on the list.
Like what?
Different things for the classroom. I know that with the heat index, we're going to be indoors for recess a lot because it's just too hot. So there's a couple things on my list that are for like indoor recess. I also have just things like supplies to put up in the classroom.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played rugby? Any of you ever played?
No.
You see what's going on out here?
Yes.
Actually, I had a friend that I taught with who played
Yeah.
rugby for FGCU, so he's probably out there
Yeah,
somewhere.
there's a bunch of FGCU kids out there. So I wanted to go out there, but I had to do the show, or I would have
Yeah.
jumped on one of the teams to
Actually,
play.
he's right there.
Yeah. Look at
Oh,
that. How
really?
crazy that is. It's the
Charlie!
it's the Barefoot Beach is the
Yeah.
ones that put it on.
With the
And they
dice.
used to do it at Junkanoo, and Junkanoo is no longer there. Well,
Yes.
it's somewhere else, but it's not where it was.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
Charlie.
There was
yeah.
one guy over there who really shouldn't be wearing a Speedo, but he was. I mean, I don't know, is Speedo, is that the right kind of attire for rugby, or what do you guys think? Do you see the Speedo? Would you wear one? You got one? I know you have one at home. I've seen you on Facebook with the Speedo on. No, so you need number 2 pencils, by the way?
No,
No
there's
number
so
2
many pencils.
Yeah. So shelving, and what's the most important, top 3 things that you guys need?
I'm going to interject. if
Oh,
I
you're going to
can.
play today too. Thank you
know,
very
for
much.
sure.
I thought you were just sitting
All
there
right.
for good looks.
So I'll go in with this.
She makes a Rockwell sandwich.
Yeah. Miss Rockwell taught my daughter.
Nice and close. We're a very amateur
Sorry
operation
about
here.
Miss Rockwell taught my daughter, and my daughter went to school with Sarah. And as a result, I decided to go back to college. I'm in my 19th year
Of
at
college?
Beach School.
You've been going to
Yes.
college for
Become a
19
teacher.
years? What the hell are you
Become a teacher,
studying?
My apologies.
19 years of teaching.
So now I'm in my 21st year of teaching. I have done 4th and 5th grade for many years. Then I became a resource teacher, and I worked in 3rd grade with Miss Rockwell. And then I worked with 2nd graders.
Wow.
And then I worked last year with Miss Catlett in kindergarten and first. And that's how I know your Minnesota mom. I worked with her daughter. And now I'm back in the classroom with 4th and 5th grade. And I, like Miss Rockwell, am ready to retire, but I'm going to go for at least a couple more years.
One
And
of the-
I need everything.
yeah. Oh,
Because I've been out of the classroom
Like
for
what?
5 years
Like
as
what?
a teacher.
what do you need?
My travel the world is my theme
Yeah.
for my classroom. So on my wish list are the calendar, the goodies that you put on the wall to welcome your children into the classroom. Also need the bookcases, need some little fun chairs for them to sit at in centers when we go to our reading centers.
Is all that stuff on your link?
It's all on my
Okay.
list. Don't be afraid by how much it is, and I
Yeah.
appreciate
Now, when
anything that
people-
anybody can donate
Don't be
to our
afraid of
school.
buying it for her.
When people go to the
But I
li-
want to say one more thing.
okay.
This is our first full year back at the school since the storm.
Yeah.
So we are really, really excited to have a brand new beginning. We have new staff members. We have returning staff members. We are really thrilled about being back at the school. So we want to promote anybody who may have children that they know that are ready to come to Beach School because it's like a private school. You heard her. She's got 12. We have about 10 in each of our 4th and 5th grade classes.
And you got a cool
So-
principal too.
And we have
do.
a very
Yeah.
great principal. So that's my point. There you go. Thank
So
you.
the links will deliver the stuff to your school or to your
Yeah.
house?
To the school.
Okay, awesome. Have you been getting anything yet, or?
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
I've been getting quite a lot.
Oh, good.
So that's really nice.
Nice. Well, we got to make sure we put all those links out there on the Facebook. So do you guys all have favorite students? Like,
Of course not. I love
come on.
all my
Who's
students.
your favorite student of all time?
Yeah.
Come on. Who
I
is
don't know.
it?
In 42 years, I have no idea.
pick one
Oh, it was
from-
my daughter.
Stop.
My daughter was my favorite student.
Was she the teacher's pet?
No,
No.
Did you ever whack her on the knuckles with a ruler?
no. In the classroom, she was a student.
Do you think
And
kids
she
should be
didn't take-
whacked with a ruler these days?
Um,
Not the beach school kids. I mean, of
I
course
think
not.
there are children that might need that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Did you ever get like whacked with a ruler? when
Oh
you were going
no,
through
I
school?
was a good
Yeah.
girl. I loved school.
Did you really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I always
you,
did.
Did you go to college for 19 years too? Or
No.
So I have to tell you guys, one of the coolest things from the storm to, a lot of things happened from the storm to today, but one of the coolest things was that day that the kids got together at Bay Oaks and we all kind of did a
Walked down,
parade
yeah.
over to the new school for the first time. And the parents were there and the mayor was there and the whole town council was there and the fire truck was there and the
Yes.
sheriff's deputies was there. That's something, even though it sucked not being able to go to the school for a whole school year, right? Was it at least a whole school year?
Yeah.
Then they get to remember how they were welcomed back into that school. It was such a great idea. I still haven't been allowed in the school to see it. I don't know why you guys don't let me. I go look in the school.
You can come and volunteer to help in a classroom.
Can I read to the kids?
I'm the
Yes, you
volunteer
can.
coordinator. If you want to come and volunteer at our school,
Do you-
I'm the one you come see.
Do you have reading time? Or
Reading time?
Yeah.
Yes.
is there a library in that school?
A very small library. We're
There's a
building
big one
it.
down the street
Yes.
from you. It'll be
Yes.
open
Right
in
behind it.
2026, the same
Yeah.
year as the pier.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. The library should be open at the end of, I think I was like September, October. They're waiting for elevator parts, but who isn't on this island?
Yeah.
Do you guys live on the island too?
We do not.
we don't.
We live in Whiskey Creek, Sarah and I do.
Oh, very nice.
And
Very nice.
Jenny lives.
I live up off of Gladiolus in
Yeah.
Summerlin, but I did live next to the Coast Guard for many years.
Oh,
Not in
cool.
the home you see there today,
Uh-huh.
but in one of our beautiful piling homes that they used to have.
So what is it about teaching kids that you guys love?
Do you know what? I never wanted to be anything else but a teacher. And when I was like 6 and 7, I would gather the neighborhood children and have school out on the patio in my house. So
That sounds kind of weird, but I get
always-
it. Yeah. What were
yeah.
you teaching them? 3rd grade or 5th grade at that time?
Actually, I was teaching them numbers and
Yeah.
letters.
I'm real good with numbers. Yeah. When I come to volunteer, I'd like it to be at a math class, please.
Well, then
You'd
that
like
would
it
be
to be-
me.
All right.
You'd like
I
it to
can't
be
wait for
what?
that. A math class.
Oh, math class. Then you'll go for Sarah.
What
yeah.
is the math that they learn in 5th grade? Is it algebra or is it
There is
chemistry
some
or what?
algebra. We start working with variables,
I love variables.
multiplication, division.
Yeah.
We work with area, perimeter, decimals, everything to do with
I see.
fractions. Yeah.
Decimals is the big thing in 5th grade, going all the way to the hundreds and the thousands.
Decimals.
Going
Yeah.
down to the thousands, past the decimal.
So Jenny, why do you teach?
Well, this is my 3rd career, I call it. I was a military wife for 9 years, and I worked for the Department of Defense for 10 years. And then
What
when
did you
I
do?
I worked, first I started at the
It's a
Nuclear
secret.
Regulatory Commission in DC.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I worked in California inventorying airplane parts because of the Air Force wife. And then when I was in Colorado, I worked for the Survivor Benefit Program for military wives to make sure they're protected when their husbands may pass away before them, to have enough money to live off of. And then when I decided to be a mom, I said, if I'm going to be a mom, I'm not going to watch somebody else raise my children. So I was fortunate enough to be able to stay home. Then I started volunteering as we call them today paraprofessionals at the beach school. And that's what made me decide to go back to college and graduate in my mid-40s. And so this is my 3rd career. So I'm now in, like I said, my 21st year of teaching.
She was actually the paraprofessional in my 2nd grade class. And if there are parents in here that know Ms. Zamniak, her first year teaching was my second grade. And
my
so-
first year
and
as a
her
para.
First year as a para.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why do you teach?
It's kind of the same as mom. I've always loved it. She loves to tell a story where when I was 2 years old in the daycare, I was good at following rules. So if the kids weren't sitting down for snack time, they wouldn't get snack from me. They put me in charge. And if they weren't sitting, they didn't get snack.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing. I would play school with my friends. I would walk to my friend's house after school at the beach, and she and I would, teach her teddy bears, different things. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
They have snack time at the beach school?
I don't know. I haven't started yet.
Snack time?
We
Yeah.
don't at the upper grades.
I see.
Mrs. Catlett in kindergarten and first, she does a split class at our school. Periodically, the kids will get some, but we don't have snack time, and there is no taking a nap.
I
in
was just going
kindergarten.
to ask that if they have
Doesn't
nap
happen
time.
anymore.
Well, I can't come unless I have a nap. For that volunteer day, I'm going to need a nap. So now, you have any questions, dear, that you want to ask the teachers here? Oh, here she comes. Now she wants to be part of it.
No, I wanted to say when you were talking about the kids that come to the school, and you may have said this, but we ran into somebody over at License to Chill. You talked about that so that people know that kids can come from all over.
Yes.
And like you said, it's a great opportunity for them.
Yes,
I don't think they can come from all over. I think you're allowed to go. Are you allowed to come from all over?
you are. Yep. Right. Yeah.
As long as you
It's-
get your own
It's
transportation.
not as
Okay.
restricted as it
There
used to
is a
be.
bus stop at the Walmart, and if you can get your kid to the bus stop at the Walmart
I see.
and pick them up there after school, you can come to the
What do they
beach.
do for physical education?
Actually, our PE teacher is standing right out there.
Come on down here. I got to
Which I did
hear
last year. Last year, I was fortunate enough to be the PE and art teacher.
What's the PE teacher's name?
So now we have
Her
Miss
name is
Keela.
Keela
Keela.
Gorham. I always say the first name wrong.
I'm going to let her take your seat here. I'm going to let her take your seat. We'll have you back. We'll have you back.
You're getting swapped out.
So, well, don't fall.
Watch this because it's really.
Can't have you missing the first day of school.
She's really good at
So
falling.
I think you should gather all the kids up and we'll just bring them out here on the sand and we'll teach them some rugby
That
for the
sounds
first
great.
day of.
Perfect.
So what do you guys do for? You got a nice big area out there, but there's a bunch of rocks and hills still from the storm. So what do they do?
So we do have some designated space. We have our basketball court, which is actually being covered through one of our grants, which is amazing because now our kids will be able to stay out a little bit longer, even with the heat index.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I would really like to bring a sports-centered team.
Sports center team?
The sport,
What do you
a
mean?
sports center team. ESPN is
I
going to
just-
come and it's going to be great.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to center my curriculum around sports because I
Yeah.
feel like that's how kids become lifelong learners of
Yeah.
physical education.
So what do they do? They play basketball and run laps and
Yeah, so we
you
set up.
teach them push-ups?
Sure,
Which
yeah.
kid in your school can do the most push-ups right now?
Oh,
Pick one. JC?
JC.
Yes,
Where's
I did
JC?
it last year. I taught them last year.
JC?
So
How old is JC?
he's going into fourth grade.
Yeah, does he live on the island?
Yes.
All right,
I
we
can
need to
tell
have him
you,
on this. We need to have him on the show.
Football is the choice of
For
sport
JC?
for the boys.
Yeah.
They want to do that all the time.
Is there enough room out behind the school to play
Yes.
football? Okay.
There's an area that they go to. Yes.
It's kind of a rough sport too. Football.
Yes.
Is it flag football or tackle?
flag.
Just
Flag
let them play
football.
tackle on the cement and they'll
No,
learn how to
no,
play real
we-
quick.
No, they do flag.
Build character.
So JC can do the most push-ups. Gotcha. We have to have him on the show. Do you think he could do 100 in a minute? Yeah.
He'd sure give it
Awesome.
his best. He's
So-
very, very
So
athletic.
football, basketball, you got them out
Soccer,
there.
Baseball,
Did you see
hockey,
the nice thing
soccer.
the town set up by Bay Oaks? That new workout area. Can the kids play on that, or is it play on that?
No,
Not
we
play
wouldn't
on
be able
that,
to
but
go that far.
It's kind of
It's
close
too
to the
far.
road. You might
Yeah.
have one wandering off over there. So, but that is really nice over there. Maybe we could put up a fence or something. Keep the kids locked in the fence. So, anything else about? Do you need any supplies? Do you need any basketballs or hula hoops or whatever the
Hula hoops might
Yeah,
work for
hula
you.
hoops
That's
Those
good
are really
exercise.
short.
Jump
Hula
ropes?
hoops would be
Yeah.
great.
jump
They're
ropes?
Multi-use. You can also use the hula hoops as targets for
Yeah.
throwing.
Or you could
Um,
throw them at have dodgeball with
yeah,
hula hoops.
Dodgeball with
Do you
hula
guys play
hoops.
dodgeball? I mean,
Yes, but
it's a little violent.
we have to give them a target. So you could set up the hula hoops in like a castle formation,
That's not
and then they
dodgeball.
try to, right?
So you don't want
But
them
they
throwing the
try
ball
to,
at each other.
No, not
Yeah.
really.
So do you have a link too on the site for supplies? I don't remember seeing the gym teacher needing supplies. Why'd they leave you out?
No, we don't have a link yet, but
what's wrong
I
with
will
them?
make sure that we
Why are they
get one.
leaving you out? How long have you been teaching?
This is my 7th year teaching.
7th year. Do you live on the island?
Yes.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I live down on Denora,
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
where Junkanoo used to be.
So why do you like teaching?
I love teaching for all the reasons that people become teachers to
And
help
is-
students. And
Is your husband from West Virginia?
my husband is from West Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's got a very, very thick beard.
he does.
Yeah. Does that bother you at all that he looks, that he's
Is it
got a
what?
beard like that? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, very nice. It's getting gray too around the
Yeah.
sides there.
He's distinguished.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 5 years this
5.
year.
Any kids?
We have 2 kids.
They go to the beach school or too young?
Our son did go to the beach school, but he's in 8th grade now.
Oh, okay. Because it only goes up to 5th, right? 5th
Right.
grade, yeah. So 8th grade, then you got to go where after that? You get your choice or?
Yes, they have choice, but certain schools around the area. He went to Lexington.
Lexington. That's pretty close.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. And good luck with the dodgeball team and all that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So let me grab that from you. Dear, did you have another question that you thought of before we let the teachers roll? Okay.
Our kindergarten and first grade teachers standing
Hey,
out there
let's,
too.
come on
Miss
down.
Gatlin.
We need, did the kindergarten and first grade teachers need different things than,
Oh, you
or
asked
does
her.
everybody need
Very much
shelving
so.
and let's see. We love having all the teachers on.
I was giving them a chance this time. I've already been interviewed before.
Yeah, that's all right. We've had
Happy to
repeat
come.
guests before. So tell us what you need.
I have been blessed when we first returned,
Yeah, there you go.
and
Perfect.
I've already gotten things since posting just recently.
Yeah.
So I think I'm really good. I still have some things that I would love to have. So if you just check out the list, it's all the hands-on things for the littles. Teaching 2 grades is a little bit challenging.
You're teaching too?
Yes.
Kindergarten and first?
And
I
first,
see.
yes. Until we
Is-
get our enrollment up, then
What makes you when do you ever get frustrated with a first grader? Like what frustrates you the most about a first grade kid?
you can't really with the little ones
I see.
because they're
What
just
is
learning to
what
be
is that,
students.
7 years
and
old? 6 or 7?
6, 7,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the kinders are 5 and 6.
Yeah. Did you ever get hit on the knuckles when you were going through school?
No, I
you
didn't
would
go to Catholic
yeah.
school.
Neither did I, and I still got hit on the
You still
knuckles. I mean, back then, you could do it at public school. No, so the kids here are great. And how long have you been teaching now?
This will be my 27th year,
27 years. Wow. So are you going to retire at 30?
maybe.
Yeah.
If the beach school is still here.
It is a great school. So, and remember, folks, you don't have to be a beach resident any longer to come to the school.
Correct.
We got to keep pushing that word out. It was so funny just having breakfast at License to Chill, and Nicole she's a classic example of what we want to see more of, because there are certain numbers that we need to get the school up to. You'd think it's gone up since the whole thing started with the
Yes.
superintendent?
Actually, it's gone up in the last week. So
Nice.
we're up above 50 now.
Oh,
Right,
cool.
right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the number is? Is it
51 as
51?
of yesterday.
Okay, very nice. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
anything else you want the folks to know about anything? Let us know. Let it rip now.
Miss Gorham and I, who was the PE coach, we are in charge of PBIS at the school. And
What does that stand for?
It stands for Positive Behavior Intervention System. And it's just how we, reward the kids and encourage them to, make the right choices.
Right.
And they get to have the shrimp shack every couple of weeks where they get to spend the money they earn. And we're kind of low on inventory. So there'll be another list popping up for PBIS that Miss Gorham and I are going to be putting together here real soon.
Awesome. And so they earn money at school that they could take to the shrimp shack.
They earn dolphin
Dojo points.
dojo points,
I
which
see.
are the dolphin
What
dollars.
gets you points? What do you do to get your points? And how
There's-
do you lose points?
There's lots of things that
Yeah.
earn you points: making good choices, helping a friend,
Gotcha.
turning in their homework. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well thought of answers.
Is Greg Skasny like the worst parent you guys have ever had to deal with at the beach school?
No, all of our families are wonderful, and we're so happy
Every
to have
single
them.
one of them's wonderful. Oh, come on.
Well, that's what's so wonderful about the beach school. They're all
I know, I
individuals,
agree,
and
I agree.
and we know them all.
Yes.
Well, you don't know him that well then.
Well,
I'm
and it's
just
kind of
kidding.
nice because mom's had, so many kids, and this year I get to have the kids that we come home and we talk about, our
Nice.
day and our kids and what they
That's
did.
got to be
and-
fun.
Yeah, so now I get to put names to faces and stories, and
It's kind of like us where
make
we
my
do
own-
podcasts together.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you're not my daughter, but
And of course, when you teach as long as she has, you
problem.
have the children that you taught children.
Yeah.
So there's that rotation that goes on, which is awesome.
Well, thank you guys for coming on.
And our wonderful PTO.
Oh,
Right.
We have
Thank
some
you.
members.
yes, we
back
love
there.
the Beach School, the Beach Kids Foundation, the Beach Foundation. There's a couple of different ones, right? But
Yes, we are very
So,
lucky.
do you have any events coming up that you want people to know about? Anything coming up
We
yet?
have open house, but that's
Open
for
house.
the kids, the
Okay,
parents.
kids
and
Open house on
students.
Thursday.
Yeah, the 8th.
This Thursday.
yes.
School starts
Yes.
Thursday.
No, school starts the 12th.
12th.
Monday the 12th.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, the 12th. Oh, isn't that a
Yes.
special day? School starts and it's my wife's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Oh,
But you didn't know that. Well, thank you guys for coming on and good luck this year. And remember to go on the website so that you can help all the teachers here at the Beach School with their supplies, because the building was destroyed, people, and all their stuff is in the back bay right now, on the
Yeah.
bottom of the back bay. So thank you guys and good luck. Have
Thank
a
you
great
for
school
having
year.
us. We're gonna see
All
you-
the school
You're going
teachers.
to volunteer?
I am gonna volunteer as long as I get a nap. All right, everybody. KGT Builders is one of our sponsors. KGT Builders has been serving the Naples-Fort Myers area for over 15 years. And they're a true concierge turnkey design build company. They handle everything from plan to design to building for you. They won the runner-up for the best builder in Collier County in 2024. And that's according to Gulf Shore Life magazine. They're currently in the final phase of building a custom home on Washington Avenue. That's on Fort Myers Beach. So if you want to go see, sorry, I got distracted by that Speedo. Washington Avenue here on Fort Myers Beach. KGT Builders. Call Spencer Morris right now. He's sitting in his car waiting for you to call. 239-887-0166. 239-887-0166. All right. Here come our final guest of the day. Kay Baker, Ben Baker, Captain Terry, and Dog Ellie. We got to have Kay with the dog right here. Come on. Interesting story took place last week off the coast of Fort Myers Beach in Sanibel. Yeah, you got it? Yeah, we don't want you falling back. Come on. Sit. Sit. Got two more chairs. My wife's not playing in the show at all today. You're able to grab Ellie, and I'll hold your microphone so everybody on the camera can see. Come on, Ellie, get up here. Get on up here. So, Terry, let's start with you while we get situated here. Tell us a little bit about did you just retire? Is that what I heard? Wait, I got to turn your mic on.
Am I on yet?
Yes.
Actually, no, that was my last trip on Princess. I had been running that boat for about 3.5 years, and that was my last night out.
So,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the Princess. Tell us, about the boat and how often it goes out and all of the background on it.
Sure. So Marriott Sanibel Harbor Resort also has a dinner cruise, which is the Sanibel Princess, which is tied up right outside their property. And it's been there ever since the property's been there, that dinner cruise. And what they do is they cater a lot to the people at the resort, as well as people, off the street can also book the trip. And it's typically around sunset, 2-hour ride. It's $100 an hour, and it's a 5-star food. And the boat can also be chartered out for like wedding rehearsal dinners and stuff like that.
So
I wouldn't let your dog do that if you want the
So you were
safety of
out-
your dog.
You were out with the boat. What day of the week was it?
It was a Sunday, if I recall correctly, last
Okay.
Sunday. And
All right.
so it was my last night out, and it was a very small group of passengers that night. In fact, so small that we really weren't going to make any money running.
Oh, wow.
But the general manager decided to send us out anyway. And it was a gorgeous night because it had been windy, and it was, pretty nice out offshore. There was very few boats out.
Yeah.
So
So if you have to put her down, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
whatever is easiest for her. So Ben, tell
She's
us.
been through enough.
Ben, tell us where do you guys live and what was your plan for the day? Take us through what you guys were doing.
Well, we had actually been out all day.
She's got plenty of energy, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. Yep.
We got plenty of time.
Okay.
There you go.
We live over off 10 Mile,
Nice and
off
close.
10 Mile Canal,
Okay.
up by Island Park, off Island Park. We had been out.
I'm just going to make sure that people can hear. There you go.
We had been out all day. We had gone across the Gulf up to our son's who lives off McGregor. We had then the dog played for a while in their yard with another dog. Then we got back in the boat with our grandkids and kids, and we went up the river. We went out to eat. We came back down the river, dropped the kids off. Then we were headed back home, and we had gone underneath the Sanibel Bridge. We actually passed the dinner boat. And she was still on board. And we were cruising along, and normally she lays right between us, or she's up in the front of the boat. Her water's in the back of the boat. So sometimes she would go back there, and she was gone for, I don't know, maybe a minute. I don't know. I was thinking she was getting water, and then I looked back and she was gone, just gone.
So maybe just a minute went by, and then she was. What were you thinking? I mean, what did you do?
Panicked.
Yeah.
Of course, he stopped the boat right away, and we turned around and we just started looking. And we drove back. We followed our lines, and we drove back and forth, and we went this way, and we looked for about 2 hours, and then it started getting dark, and we were almost out of gas.
Wow.
So we came around the beach over by the marina, by Doc Ford's. Nobody was open for gas, and we called our son. He brought us gas, but by then it was pitch black, and we knew we couldn't find her in the pitch black.
How was the water at the time? Was the water?
The water
calm?
was fairly calm. It
Mhm.
wasn't a rough ride or anything. No.
So about what time of day was this when you realized, she's not here?
Close around 6 o'clock,
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
And then pick up. So what time was it that someone on your boat noticed her in the water?
So we were underway at 6:30 that night, typically, and we were out for about an hour doing our routine, which was basically out to Sanibel Island, backside of Sanibel, and then toward Fort Myers Beach. So after about an hour, it was approximately 7:15-ish. Passengers were looking out the window, and I'm not sure if it was our Captain Kurt who was actually steering the boat at the time, or whether it was them, but they said there's something in the water, and they weren't really sure what it was. And a few seconds later, I think it was determined that it was a dog, and frantically swimming toward us.
I mean, what were you thinking? Like, that's not a typical occurrence.
Well, I was mingling with the passengers at the time, and
That's what he does too. He's not paying attention.
I noticed Kurt stop the boat, and I looked out the window and immediately saw just the top of the dog's head just swimming by the boat, and it was immediately that I realized that it was a dog and it was still alive. And we made part of our training, as boat operators, ship operators for the Coast Guard, is to be able to recover people. So we started to make preparations to recover somebody. In this case, it was a dog. But she messed up everything. She actually didn't read our training plan. And she went toward the back of the boat.
Oh, boy.
Which was the wrong answer because of the propellers back there.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah. And my
Did she
crew,
start swimming toward the boat? Like knew that I need
Yep.
to get to the boat?
She knew exactly where she was going, and
Yeah.
it was going to be on
Did
Princess.
you shut the boat down?
Yes. So as we prepared to pick the dog up, she was going the other way. So I had to have Kurt stop the boat, stop the props.
Yeah.
And she made her way back to the back of the boat, and I was able to snatch her out of the water.
Crazy. How long
Yeah.
do you think she was in the water?
Well,
Probably 2 hours.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's crazy
Yeah.
that dog is able to survive 2 hours
now how old is she?
swimming.
2.
She's
She just-
young.
She just turned 2.
So
Crazy.
she's young. And you were saying, I saw the video of her swimming. How much does she swim at home? How
A
long?
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say probably an hour, at least an hour every other day. I mean, it's not every day, but
Right.
she either walks or she plays fetch. She's a very active dog.
You know,
very
one
active.
time we had a dog, and I put the dog in the back of the pickup truck, and I went through the park, and I
why
made a
do, Why do
turn.
you do this?
I made a turn the wrong way, like a little too fast, and the dog went flying out of the back
Which
of the
is
truck.
why you don't
and
put them in the back.
I know, but you always see people with their dogs in the back of the pickup truck, and it looks so normal. And so I put our dog. She was okay. She was okay. I mean, she shit herself and all that, but other than that, she was totally fine. So, but I understand the panic. Like, you turn around and the dog's not in the back of the pickup truck anymore. It's crazy. So, did the dog need medical attention at all, or?
No.
Yeah.
Man.
How was she once you got her on the boat?
So she immediately took to the passengers, my crew.
Yeah.
It was like she wasn't in the water at all. I mean, it was
Crazy.
amazing. Yeah, she wasn't panting. She became a friend to everybody like that. It was just amazing. I mean,
She was
like,
hungry.
not really. I mean,
No?
she was just happy to be around. She was meeting
You
everybody.
think the dog would jump on the boat and say, "Jesus, I'm exhausted. Let me lay down in the corner here instead"?
No, she was very happy. And
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so
What kind of
it was
mix is
definitely
it?
her
What kind of
lucky day.
mix is the dog?
She's actually an Australian cattle dog. She's not a mix.
Okay, so that's
She's
a purebred.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where'd you get her?
We got her from her breeder in North Carolina. She's
Gotcha.
technically a mini because
She is smaller
Yeah.
than she looked a lot bigger on.
she takes
Yeah,
she looks
she's-
bigger on the camera.
Now, what are you gonna do for your next trick? I mean, after how
ha-
far do you think she swam? Like, if you were actually figure out you're in the water for 2 hours constantly swimming, like how far do you think that would be for dogs that
Well,
small?
We picked her up off of marker 6, which is about 1.5 miles off the beach.
Okay.
So when they were coming, either coming or going from Fort Myers Beach, you have to go by there.
So
I don't think she swam very far. She probably just
Just-
I
treaded
see.
water. Yeah.
now, when you pick the dog up, I'm guessing the dog is chipped, obviously.
Yes.
You're able to. What do you do when you find a dog? How do you get in touch with the owner? Never found a lost dog.
Yeah, that's great. Great question, because we just assumed that she was going to be chipped because she's such a well-trained, such a great shape,
Yeah.
dog. So as soon as we got back, we had one of my crew members, Alex, said, "Hey, I'll take her home until we figure that out."
Oh wow.
So he took her home and tried to get her out to get a chip reading.
So you have to go to a vet or to a.
Yep.
So you guys are still panicked, like your dog's gone.
Then how did you find out?
It was on Wink News at 5:00
That they found the dog,
that
or
they found
That's
the
and
dog.
that's how you heard.
Well, my daughter-in-law's father actually saw it, and that's the other weird thing about this story is he typically doesn't watch Wink News in the evening. That's his morning news, but he just happened to have it on. And my daughter-in-law was putting kids in the car because taking them home. They watch them during the day. And he came running out of the house. And she said that's the first time she saw her father run in quite a while. And anyway, she called me immediately. And you've
You
never
must
seen
have
a
been
change.
overjoyed.
Oh,
so you see the dog on TV and still have no idea who to call, right? Or did you know who to call?
we called Wink News.
Oh, okay.
My daughter-in-law got a hold
And,
of
they,
him
and
right
they're probably
away.
like, okay, sure, we've just got 30 calls for that dog or
Right,
something. Or how do
right.
You
then
know, I don't know if they got any other calls, but
that's an amazing story. I mean, how many? It's been all over the news. Like, have you been contacted by, besides local news and this dinky little podcast? Have you been on other?
Yeah, I interviewed with People Magazine.
Is that still a thing? People Magazine.
Wow.
Yes, so I wondered the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, they're great.
Awesome. That is incredible story.
And she's all good. Got her
She's
all
all
checked
good.
out.
Yeah.
She's all good.
The day when I got her, the next day, she just had a little bit of soft stool and she was drinking more water than normal.
She
But
probably
her,
took some water, and I'm
she
guessing.
probably took some salty water
Yeah.
in. And
That's crazy.
And I know she didn't eat her normal dog food. So,
Yeah, yeah.
But that was the only
Hey,
thing.
stay on the boat. No more jumping off the boat. What are you going to do for your next trick, Ellie? I mean, That's crazy. It's crazy. So, I mean, it's got to be the
Do you have
greatest
any
feeling in the world.
idea? Like, because she's been on the boat before, right?
She's been on the boat before.
Has she ever jumped off? Made an attempt to jump off? No.
The very first time she ever was on it, she did try to jump off. We were out in the bay.
But you saw it too.
But we saw it, and we were in the bay. But since then, no.
Just
And the odd thing is that day we were on the boat. She never even got up on one of the seats. She was down on the floor
Weird.
the whole time.
You think she
And
just
never-
jumped, or you made a turn and?
No, we were going straight,
I see.
and we had.
And it was
we
calm,
didn't- and
so,
it was
yeah.
calm. There wasn't a big wake or
Right.
anything
So
like
you
that.
decided never to take her on the boat again, or you got her a
No.
life jacket?
She's gonna have a life jacket.
All right. Well, it's an incredible story.
And
Terry.
maybe one of those with the fin on the top. So you
Yeah, I
can
can
see her.
see her.
Does Dad
Well,
want
we're-
to say anything, or it's just you want anything you want to add, or
No.
No, you good? Want to leave you out there without saying anything the whole time.
The only thing I want to add is I'm very grateful to everyone, Captain Terry and his son, the other captain that was on the boat, the news,
Yeah,
everybody that was involved in getting her
we're
home.
good. We're good.
I wanted to thank them, and we sincerely appreciate it.
It's always nice when there's a happy ending to something like
Yeah.
this, because I mean, yeah,
Well,
go
we're
right
glad
ahead,
we're-
Terry.
she's
Go right
safe.
ahead.
So just for any listeners, I guess, it's dogs on the beach and on boats here is very popular. Everybody, Florida loves dogs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I take my dog every weekend to the beach. But just it's a good reminder that the currents here are pretty rigorous. And I know my dog loves to chase birds and whatnot. Then it's easy for her to get and other dogs to get caught in the current. And it would be very difficult to recover. So this is just a great happy ending.
Yeah.
But just have people just to be careful with dogs in the water around here, because not only our current's bad, but there's also a lot of marine life that that could be a problem as well. So yeah, so
Like sharks,
Just be
you mean?
careful. Yeah.
So, should every dog that goes on a boat wear a life jacket?
Well, every dog won't. Just like
Okay.
So it's the call of the owner whether or not that they should use a life jacket. Certainly wouldn't hurt because of the visibility gets
I know.
increased and they get to float more. But my dog, I have an English cream. When she gets on the boat, she lays in her
Spot.
chair and she doesn't move until we get to the beach.
I see.
She's totally good. She's like, I don't even want to get close to the water until we get to the beach. So every dog's different.
Different.
Just got to keep close eye on them. That's
Yeah.
all.
Anything, Ellie, you want to add, or? Sorry.
Well, we're so glad
didn't
that it
mean
had a
Ellie.
happy ending,
Yes.
and thank you
Oh, we
so
are
much
too.
for
Yes.
coming down.
Thank you.
And
Anything
Ellie,
you want to?
stay
Any
on the
advice you
boat.
have for dog owners?
Yes. Put a life jacket on them or keep them close to you when you're on the boat, and make sure their microchips are good and
Yeah.
up to date.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
congratulations, and thank you, Ellie, for coming on. We appreciate it, and it's always nice to have a happy ending. Thank you, guys, and good luck. Big hand for our
Thank you, Ed.
happy ending family here. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry, for coming on. We appreciate you and the fact that you were able to rescue the dog. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, one last ad, dear, for Jorge Barrera. Real estate market is changing every day, and that's why it's so important to hire a realtor who understands your needs and understands Fort Myers Beach and the beauty of Fort Myers Beach and the challenges. Jorge is an experienced agent who would listen to your unique circumstances. He'll provide you with a selling plan based on your current market analysis or his current market analysis and data and his expertise. If you want to buy a house or sell a house, Jorge Barrera is the man to call. And his phone number is 239-791-9893. 239-791-9893. Thank you to all our sponsors and all of our guests today. And we will be back tomorrow. Don't forget, the Sunday show starts at 10 o'clock now at Wahoo Willie's. Mayor Dan Allers tomorrow. And Mike Greenwell, who's running for, well, he didn't run the first time. He was appointed the first time. He's running for county board against Amanda Cochran in the primary. August 20th is the primary. And Amanda will be back on the show next Saturday because I lost the first interview. So we're having her back August 10th. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Have a great day. And no Speedos today, please. I've seen enough Speedos for the day. Thank you all. Bye-bye.